What's going on, people? It is Breezy, and welcome back to Madden 25 Dolphins Owner Mode franchise. If you watched the last video of my franchise, you see we played our last game of the regular season. We were already in playoff position before the last game. We just need to know if we're going to be division winners or potentially a wild card team. All we had to do is beat the New York Jets at home in our final game of the regular season, and then we'll be the division winners. We did do that. We destroyed them. I think it was like 31-6 was the final score, and the Patriots ended up getting the wild card. So in this episode, I'm just going to be showing you the final standings of the year, the season stats of my team, and who's our opponent in the divisional round, because we did get a first round bye in the playoffs. So let's get into that. All right, look at the standings right quick. We got here the AFC North. The Ravens clinched their division. Basically easily won it, so they're definitely a playoff team. Could potentially face the AFC South, where the Texans actually clinched a playoff spot, and the Colts lost the final 2 games of the year to basically ruin their chances of winning. And let's go to the AFC East, which we did, and look at that. We got home field advantage throughout the whole playoffs. So the Super Bowl has to run through Miami. How the hell did that happen? In the beginning of the season, we weren't even in the playoff picture, but Matt Moore picked it up. A lot of people were like, why are you not starting Ryan Tannehill since he came back from his injury? Well, that's why we ended the season on 8 straight wins by Matt Moore, and he is our quarterback as of now. During the offseason, who knows, that may change. Who knows what I'm going to do with Ryan Tannehill? We'll have to find out until then, but we still have games to be played. But we do got home field advantage, so we will be at home for the rest of the playoffs if we do advance. And the Patriots did get the wild card. They finished at 10-6. They did win their final 2 games of the year. We won 8 in a row, so we have not lost in a good long time. And we go to the AFC West. The Chiefs did win this division, definitely by a tiebreaker. And look at this, the Broncos have won 6 in a row, so we may have to even face them. Who knows? As they come in as a wild card team. And let's go to the NFC North, the NFC side of the ball. The Lions, they got the division. They went 12-4, beating out the Vikings and Bears as they win their division there. Even though they lost 3 games in a row, they were 12-1. 3 weeks ago, but they lost the final 3 games of the year, but it didn't matter. The division was weak anyway. They ended up winning still. Let's go to the NFC South. As the Saints, they won the division. They finished 11-5 and won their last 4 games of the year. As the Falcons they won 8-8, Panthers 7-9, Bucks 5-10. And in the NFC East, the Redskins, look at that, 13-3. Why they did that in real life? 13-3. They won the division, beat out the New York Giants at 11-5, and look at this shit. That was nothing. 2-14 go to Cowboys. That is just crazy. I'm a Cowboy fan. Man, that's just Super Bowl has to run through San Francisco. They finished 13-3. The Seahawks do get in as a wild card at 10-6. Basically, those are your 12 teams in the playoffs right there: 49ers, Dolphins, Redskins, Lions, Texans, Ravens, Giants, Saints, Chiefs, Broncos, Seahawks, and the Patriots. Those are your 12. All right, let's go for NFL MVP. Of course, Peyton Manning wins it. He won it in real life, I believe. No doubt he's going to win it. If they haven't announced it yet, but MVP on here. There's the top 10 people. We don't really know about that now. It doesn't matter. Let's go to Coach of the Year. Goes to Mike Shanahan. Team finished 13-3, so well deserved there. It could easily been us as well. We finished 11-5. We probably had a better record. We probably would have got that. We'll see the top 10 people. Now let's go to the awards for the AFC. Offensive Player of the Year, Jamal Charles. That's my boy Wise would call him. He calls him Hollywood because he was a beast. Definitely. Let's go to Defensive Player of the Year, Derek Johnson. So do we have any players on the list? No, we didn't. Oh well. And we have Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Geno Smith. Just destroyed him both times he played the Jets, but he did bring his team to 7-9, so that's pretty good for a rookie. Beat out EJ Manuel and Marcus Wheaton. and Monte Ball. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Barkevious Mingo. What a name that is for the Cleveland Browns. Too bad they did not make the playoffs. They finished 5-11, so that's good for him. So we go to the best quarterback, of course, is Peyton Manning. You know, Peyton Manning. They got Joe Flacco and Tom Brady, your top 3 guys that got votes for Peyton Manning. You know, getting another award for best quarterback. Best running back, of course, is Hollywood Jamal Charles. With the Chiefs, we may see them in the playoffs. You just never know. Best wide receiver went to Wes Welker, of course, because you got the best quarterback. Why not have the best receiver, Wes Welker? One receiver of the year for best receiver, best O-line. Oh, we got a Miami Dolphin that won. Mike Pouncey, former Florida Gator, stayed in the state, and for Miami, he's the center for the Miami Dolphins. He got best offensive line because they did protect Ryan Tannehill and Matt Moore pretty well, so there you go. There's we got any other people. Also, we got Dallas Thomas and Tyson Clable as guys too, but Mike Pouncey with that award. Best D-line goes to Geno Atkins, best defensive lineman for the Bengals. I finished 7-9 this year. Best DB goes to Brent Grimes. He was the league leader. He is the league leader in interceptions. He had 9 picks this year. We had a great secondary this year. Our defense was on point. There you see. He had Rashad Jones. He had 2 picks in the final game of the year. He was pretty good. We also had the Law, Richard Marshall got a nod too, but ended up going to Brent Grimes. So 2 Dolphins with 2 awards: best offensive lineman and best DB. And the best kicker goes to Stefan Gostkowski of the New England Patriots. He had a good year. Year goes to AP Adrian Peterson. Why not? 8-8 for the Vikings. They did not make the playoffs, but he was a beast for his team. Defensive Player of the Year, Darrell Washington of the Arizona Cardinals is your Defensive Player of the Year. Now let's go to Offensive Rookie of the Year, Eddie Lacy of the Green Bay Packers. Packers 5-11. That is crazy. They did not make the playoffs. That sucks. And there's some Tavon Austin of the Rams. Was right there too. You know, they finished 2-14. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to John Bostic of the Chicago Bears. 8-8 just beat out Corey Lemonnier. I think it's how you say it. Not sure. Who cares? 13-3. Best quarterback, Detroit Lions. Matthew Stafford, 12-4. They're in the playoffs, so we'll see what they can do in the playoffs. Just beat out Drew Brees and RG3. And best running back goes to, of course, why not AP's Offensive Player of the Year. Why not give him the best running back of the year? Beating out Shady, LaShawn McCoy, and Darren Sproles. Best wideout goes to, well, who else? Best wide receiver in the game, Calvin Johnson. Megatron beat out Victor Cruz, let us action, and Lance Moore. Best O-lineman goes to Mike Dupate of San Francisco, and also beat out his teammate Joe Staley. Best D lineman goes to Brian Robinson of the Minnesota Vikings. Just beat out JPP and Henry Melton, so congrats to him. Best DB goes to Richard Sherman, Shermhead, the Shermhead, beating out Chris Houston and Harrison Smith. And then the best kicker goes to Matt Bryant of the Atlanta Falcons. So there you go. There's the awards, season stats for the Miami Dolphins. See, Ryan Tannehill, he had the best QB rating with a 77.4. He had 1,642 yards. Matt Moore at 75.9 as a rating. 2,389 yards, of course, he played more and he was injured. 7 touchdowns and 6 interceptions for Ryan Tannehill. 20 touchdowns to 14 picks to Matt Moore, so pretty good there. And there you see the completion percentage, 55 and 50% across the board. Ryan Tannehill averaged 182 yards a game. Matt Moore averaged 170. So there's that. Let's go to the rushing department. Lamar Miller led the team with 177 carries. He had 827 yards, just shy of 1,000. He averaged 4.7 yards a game. He had 10 touchdowns. Daniel Thomas, he had 106 carries, 596 yards, and 7 touchdowns. And Mike Gillislee, I call him Gilly, he had 420 yards, 2 touchdowns. So we had 3 great running backs today. They could have easily all had over 1,000 yards. That would have been crazy. Over 1,000 yards rushing, but just showing that. Receiving core, best receiver Of course, doesn't see Justin Keller. He had 56 catches, most on the team, 661 yards. He had 2 touchdowns. Brandon Gibson, BG, had 53 catches, 729 yards. He had 6 touchdowns, most on the top for most on the team, with all about the Bidget Benz, Arlon Benz. Brian Harline had 49 catches, 688 yards. He had 5 touchdowns. The Moss Man, the man, the myth, the legend, 45 catches, 699 yards. He came on earlier in the year after releasing, what's his name? I forget who he released. Mike Wallace. He had 4 touchdowns, 609 yards, just shy of 700. And then Armand Benz, he had 488 yards, receiving 62 Ds. And there you see the rest of the receiving. Let's go to defensive. Daniel Ellery, he had the most tackles on the team. Had 96 tackles. He had 4 sacks, 5 picks. 1 pick by Daniel Ellery, the Predator. Willard. Rashad Jones had 5 interceptions, 86 tackles. Jamar Teller, 80 tackles, 3 interceptions. Chris Clemens had 67 with 2. And there you see the 9 interceptions by Brent Grimes, 55. The Law, Richard Marshall, had 5 picks, 53 tackles. So we had a pretty stellar defense. Let's go to the kicking, as Dan Carpenter just signed that new deal for $8 million over 4 years. He was 33 out of 35 when he was 94%, so good. Longest he made this season was a 57 yarder, so he's a beast. And let's go to what you guys have been waiting for. Who is our first opponent in the playoffs? We had that first round bye in the divisional round at home, and then we beat them at home. So we both beat each other. It's tied up 1-1. Now we got a ready tie in the divisional round. We won the division. They look for payback on the road. They got to come to Miami. So the home team has won each game this season. So we have the advantage right now. We just beat them a couple weeks ago, and we have the home field advantage. So look, so we'll see if we can go on to the AFC Championship game. Have the first AFC Championship game in a long time in Miami, so we'll see how we do against the Patriots. Will the Patriots knock us off, or will we win? Let me know down in the comment section. Who do you think is going to win? The Miami Dolphins or the New England Patriots? Who do you think is going to take it on and go to the AFC Championship game? See if we can win 9 straight games. That'll be good. So Matt Moore is going to start again, of course. He is the starter. We have no injuries. We have everybody back, so it should be a great game. Hope you guys did enjoy this. Make sure you just like the video up if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Make sure you favorite. It helps out the channel a lot. Helps it grow. I appreciate all the support I've been getting. Even on my first video of the year, you guys are a beast. Let's see if we can hit 2,000 subscribers. I'm 20 off of that right now. So we'll see you in the divisional playoffs against the New England Patriots in Miami.